Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss some new insight into Halloween Ends directly from James Jude Courtney when he appeared recently at the Oklahoma Horror Convention last week. Now not only does he describe Halloween Ends, he also shares his most favorite kills in the trilogy. And I'll be anxious to see if you can guess correctly. Let's go! So James Jude Courtney recently appeared at the Oklahoma City Horror Convention, and during the Q&A portion, he opened up to fans and had lots to say. Now, I've broken his comments down into 3 segments that I'm going to share with you on this video. Now, before we hear his comments about Halloween Ends, let's first hear his response to the question of what are his favorite kills in the trilogy. He had this to say.
I can't tell you my favorite kill because it's an Ends. But I will tell you, I'll tell you kind of my favorite kills from the 2 that you have seen. In 2018, I kind of have 2 favorites. One is the window kill, because that is the way I would kill. If I had to take somebody out, I'd go in silently, get it done, and get out, right? But the bathroom kills were just a blast. They're just a blast this year. Completely brutal and physically demanding. In Halloween Kills, the Cameron kill hands down. It was just so much fun. Little bastard deserved it.
So his most favorite kill of the trilogy is coming up in Ends. So we have to wait until after October 14th to find out what it is. But we got his favorite kills from the first 2 films. Now the window kill from 2018, man, it is so quick, silent, and lethal. When he walks into that house, the lady comes up to the front window, he just walks right back behind her, and bam, done and out. And then, of course, we all remember the bathroom kills. They were so brutal, and what a tone setter for this movie of where things were going to go. And I'll never forget that scene when the teeth drop on the floor, and the savagery just continued in that nasty gas station bathroom, which nobody loves to be crawling around the floor on like she had to. Now, then his favorite kill, though, in Ends, was when he killed, of course, Cameron upstairs in his house. And it was a great kill. It was. Now, while I do feel bad for Cameron in that moment, even though I know I don't have much sympathy for the guy, but let's be honest. In that scenario, that was more than what was warranted as far as for what he did. And in that scene, Michael was just his pure, raging, brutal self. I mean, that was him unleashed completely. It's one of the kills in that movie that always makes me cringe when I watch it, because I can only imagine how horrifying that would be to experience it if you were the character of Cameron in that scenario. So that's a super brutal kill and was his most favorite of the film. So next time you're watching 2018, remember those bathroom kill scenes and the window scene, and remember kills when you're watching it again, remember Cameron's kill. When you're watching it, those are his favorites of those films. And I'm very excited, honestly, to find out what his favorite kill is in Ends after it comes out. That's going to be fantastic to find out. I'm ready. I want to know now. But we'll have to wait 2 more months. It's coming up. Now, next up, guys, I'm going to play a clip where James Jude Courtney describes Halloween Ends in his own words.
Ends, I think, is twisted. It's going to take us places that we wouldn't expect. It's been kept so secret that I was one of the few people who had an unredacted script. Normally, almost everybody in key positions gets the full script. This time it didn't happen. So everybody got fully redacted. other actors only saw the sides of the scenes they were working on, had no idea what the rest of the story's about. And so it's going to go some places that are, I think really powerful.
Okay, so now we're hearing a new adjective used. We've heard a lot of description for ends from John Carpenter, Nick Castle, David Gordon Green, even Jamie Lee Curtis. But James Jude Courtney is giving us a new word now. He's calling it twisted. That's right, folks. Halloween Ends, it's twisted. And he said it's going to take us places that we wouldn't expect, which is exactly mirroring very much what Nick Castle said when Nick Castle said that this is going to end in a way that he doesn't think anyone would predict and expect it to unfold. So interesting comments here. I love this term twisted, which really, again, leans more into what I think Jamie Lee said when she warned that there's going to be some fans that are going to be very, very angry at this movie. And I wonder if because it is something twisted, like he's describing, could it be someone some type of a death or a murder of a character of like a Jamie Lee Curtis or Allison, something twisted that we just don't see coming. And then he also said, in addition to that it's going to go some places that are really powerful. So that's another description. So very, very vivid description here that it's twisted. It's going to take us places we wouldn't expect, and it's going to go some places that are really powerful. So that's about as much as you can do without giving away spoilers. And so he gave us the broadest, but also probably the most honest description you can without saying, here's what I mean. So anyway, I really thought his comments, they perked my ears up and were one of the key reasons I wanted to make this video was for his description of it being twisted. That was the first thing out of his mouth. So we'll see what that means, guys, on October 14th. But it has piqued my ears up, my antennas up. They already were. Now my interest is, again, still very, very high in this movie. And I'm going to still go into this movie very optimistic. And he said something else that really does lean in to that optimism that I'm talking about. And I'm going to share that with you now in this final clip where James Jude Courtney he addresses the opinions and the concerns that are out there in the fandom right now about ends. So here's what he had to say about that.
People have opinions, and I kind of look at it like, everything we did as filmmakers, we did for the fans, because if you don't honor your fans, then what are you doing? I mean, why are you even there? It's everybody that worked on these 3 films has a Halloween story. Everybody that worked on, I'm talking grips, I'm talking about catering, I'm talking about actors and stuntmen, and everybody had a passion for this film because we all love the franchise. So I'm quite certain that you guys will like it.
So in this final clip, you heard it at the beginning. He comes out and says, hey, look, people have opinions. He knows, I know that he knows. He's on social media. I'm sure he sees a lot of the concerns that are out there. I've voiced a lot of concerns that I have for the film, and I am very optimistic though, especially after hearing this. But I'm just saying there are concerns. There's a lot of folks in the fandom are very nervous about this film and concerned about the direction it may take, especially with introducing a potentially new lead or co-lead that's brand new into the trilogy in the final entry of the trilogy, entering a new character. But all of those things being said, what he said here, it does again continue to make me feel very optimistic for this movie, because I love how he talked about how everyone who worked on this film, they have a story. They've got a Halloween story that it's important to them, and they all have a passion that they share for the franchise. And so in their roles, whether they're on the crew or in the cast, that passion is reflecting in how they are doing their jobs. And that will transmit off camera, but it will transmit on camera for us watching it as the fans as well. And I love how he said everything they did as filmmakers, they did it for the fans. They did it for us. And he says, if you don't honor your fans, then what are you doing? So this is great to hear. I mean, it really does give us a little bit of insight and kind of peeling back the curtain just a little bit to share with us that everything they did in this movie, they did it for us. They're passionate about it, and they're trying to honor us with this film. And it reminds me of something Matthew Lillard has said many times at the horror cons on panels and stuff. He'll say it in his Q&As. He says, no one, these directors, these actors, no one ever sets out to make a bad film. And it's true. He's 100% correct. And it's the same here, guys. These crew members, these filmmakers, everyone on the crew, the cast, everybody involved, they're in this to make a very special, memorable movie that we're going to love. That's their intention. Now, that doesn't mean we all will, and it doesn't mean that it will hit, it will land on everything that it's trying to do. But I'm just saying, from a creative perspective, they're trying to do that. That's their goal. That's what they've set out to do. So I'm going to approach this movie as I have been saying for a while now, which is I am going to be cautiously optimistic. I am going to go in expecting good things because David Gordon Green, in my opinion, has made 2 good movies. I like 18. I like Kills. So I'm going to extend him the benefit of the doubt, despite all of the things we've heard that may make us nervous. In my book, for me, he's made 2 really good films, and I'm going to extend that benefit of the doubt to him that he's doing it a 3rd time. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to the movie. It's October 14th. We're less than 2 months away now. It's already now the 17th of August when this video drops. So we're getting there, guys. Getting there very soon. So just hang tight. We should be getting another trailer probably will drop in about, I would say, a month from now or so, early September. We should probably get another trailer. But I'm excited. I hope you are too, to see how this is going to end. All right, guys. Now I want to know what you think about Jude Courtney's comments. James Jude Courtney, excuse me. Comments about Halloween Ends. I do want to hear what you think. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts and ideas about what he said? And what do you expect to see from Ends? Has anything changed in your opinion of your expectations? So start leaving your comments below right now in the comments section so we can discuss it together and start a dialogue. Well, guys, that's going to be all for this update, but I'm going to be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.